Hello everyone and happy Sunday. It is 2:11 and my apologies. I am a full hour behind when I said I was going to be on because I thought Pup was napping and she was not, but everyone else was busy. So instead I went for a walk. But I'm here now and just getting this set up so I can see your comments. So please say hello if you are joining me, because it's always nice to know who is on as well. All right, let's get everything moved aside. Make sure you guys can see what I got going on here. All right, I think we are good. Okay, so if you follow my page, which presumably you do if you're watching me, I made this card, not live, but I made this card the other day for a TGIF challenge for simple stamping. Hello Casey, I don't do nearly enough simple stamping. I see a simple stamping and I feel like I have to add something. So I jumped on that challenge and thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a whirl. And I had an idea. And so now we are going to take that idea and we're going to recreate it and we're going to step it up. So this was the original card. Cardstock is soft succulent. This initial layer of the basic white is the 5 1/4 by 4. So what I have now is a basic white, thick basic white card base. Still the same, that 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Okay, this time, this piece is only 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. And what I plan to do, you will see, and hopefully it will work. Okay, I'm going to loosely put this card down and we are going to stamp into the background. So I don't want it to move, so I'm going to use some washi tape. I know there are some crafters who have, it's a type of Scotch tape, I think. It comes in something like Seal does, and it is non-permanent, and it allows you to sort of tack things down and then move it. I have never found it. I mean, admittedly, I haven't looked that hard, but okay. So what you can see I'm doing, I am placing this layer on here closer to the right-hand side. So I'm leaving more on this side and you will see why. And then I am going to just loosely tape both of these down to my work surface. Okay. So we are going to recreate this pattern. We're this time going to put our greeting on a die cut, so I don't have to worry about masking out the greeting. And then we're going to add a few other textures. But what I wanted to just quickly show you is how I did mask this greeting out on this card. So I stamped the greeting, and then this is the little piece that is on the back of the stamp when you're putting it all together. If you keep them, they then become a perfect mask for whatever the image is. It's a little bit bigger, but it gives a neat thing and you don't have to make a new one. So that's how I did that, if you're wondering. When I created this first card, this is a bundle, so there are matching dies. I do have a matching die for the leaf, but because I was trying to stick to simple stamping, I was trying to make this card as if I didn't have the dies. And so I quickly stamped the leaf on, you can see, on my grid paper, and then I just cut it quickly to use as a mask. And so that's how I did this so that these didn't overlap. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna stick with the exact same color scheme. We're not gonna make anything too complicated to start. So we have pale papaya. I'm gonna move that aside, and we have this detailed leaf image, okay? So the first one gets to just go on in all its glory. And it was kind of down here. This is hard now because I can't get right over my workspace like I like to, but it's kind of down here, comme ça. Now I'm going to take my little mask, put it over top so I can stamp another one. And this time I went like that. All right, so now we have the two. Now I'm going to take this one and put it up here. and we are going to stamp a third one. Sort of like that. Okay, so now we have our 3 leaves, or you know, this leaf, how I had done it originally. Then behind it, in Soft Succulent, we had the giant sort of fern image. So we are going to need this again because it's going to overlap, and you can see I then also just created a quick one that just does that one edge because I'm going to overlap with both. Okay, so we're going to take this big image, we're going to use Soft Succulent. We are going to stamp it off though, because even this soft color Full Strength, I felt like it was too dark. So I'm going to stamp it off, and then this time I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to come in right in, I gotta come where I have a mask, that's all. I'm going to come in right here, and I'm going to go all the way off. So you can see what I'm doing there. And then I'm going to, so it's not perfect, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put these in here again so that we can stamp another one. I don't mind if the leaves are overlapping on each other. So I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to come in here up top now. And then I'm going to do one more down here at the bottom. So I'm going to bring this in here again. I'm going to put this one here just to be on the safe side. And I'm going to do one more. Stamp it off. And I'm going to come down here along the bottom, trying to decide. I might actually do it more like this. So you can see where I actually pressed a little too hard and I got that edge. That's okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'll work with it. Okay. So that is how we did those pieces. Now, my plan, if you're wondering, is I'm going to pop this up on top, but I wanted that image underneath it.
Hit it with the card, hit it with the card.
It's not going to be a perfect match, but I think it's still going to look kind of neat. So I like the idea of it. Okay. So we're going to take that off. We're going to take off the washi tape. And as long as you're careful, it can be used over. I actually kind of want to run this through an embossing folder too, which I should have thought about before I decided how to fold the card, because certain folds can only go through certain folders depending on how the folder opens. So let's see, I kind of want to use this splatters. So what I'm going to do is hope that I can make it work. I'm going to line it up to the fold. And then, might not work. I need the folder in the opposite orientation so it can run through. So I'm going to go over a little bit. That's okay, because then when I do this. Okay, cancel that. We will emboss on the third version. Okay, so this is gonna get popped up, and then we are going to do our greeting on a die cut, and I thought I was going to use this die cut from the Beautiful Shapes dies, this really neat oval. So I'm just gonna find, I had a scrap of white here. So it's gonna fit here. So sometimes what I will do just to make sure that it's gonna fit the way I want it to is I will sort of lay it out and then stamp inside of it. So I used Flirty Flamingo for this one. So I'm gonna ink this up in Flirty Flamingo. And then just kind of stamp it in the middle. Excuse me. And then we will die cut that, and this is perfect. I was gonna say we could use the mini, but my mini is upstairs because I was crafting last night and had it upstairs because, of course, that's what the mini is perfect for. Taking it wherever you need to go. And it's on sale right now, which is amazing. All right, so there's our greeting. All right, so, I need some dimensionals. All right, so my plan is to still have this be here. This is gonna pop up on top of here. So we haven't done anything too crazy. On my original card, I went over all of the papaya image with Wink of Stella. So I just took my Wink of Stella and I just ran it along the image. Just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Doesn't have to be anything too exact. I only did it on the out edge and the big inner vein. I didn't do it on, oh maybe I did actually. I didn't do it on the circle, the little circles. I just did it on the veins. Doesn't have to be exact. I mean, it can be if you want it to be. I just was trying to add a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so we had a little bit of sparkle. We're gonna line this back up with how it was. This is gonna go on here as well with dimensionals. And I wanna add some ribbon and maybe some embellishments. So this is the ribbon that goes with this set. Here is this beautiful papaya ribbon though. But I'm wondering if we can kind of do a little bit of both. Okay. So let's see. So I'm just gonna do a bow with this. I'm just playing. I hadn't really decided how I was gonna do the ribbon. This is kind of how I roll. I sort of, although my original simple stamping, I did actually sort of plan that out in my head. I imagined it. And then I was like, okay, let's make that be what I want it to be. Okay, I'm gonna actually attach this. Or am I? Hang tight. See, sometimes I do this. I'm thinking now I might want to layer more ribbon underneath of this. So just hold on. Wait for it. You're all like, you don't know what you're doing. I know, I don't know what I'm doing. So if we do that, I want to do something with this. Just want to fringe this out a bit. Okay, so do you see how I just tore at that and it just kind of created this fun little fringe? So I think this might be kind of fun. Can we just kind of like, yeah, that's fun. Okay, so let's get my ribbon scissors. This is gonna be super fun. So we're just gonna fringe out this ribbon and then you gotta cut that one off. Okay, I'm gonna put some seal. Where is my, just this doesn't stick. Make sure we've got the bottom. I'm gonna put some seal along the bottom and then we're just gonna like attach this fun fringe. Okay, so then we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna fringe it out. Okay, I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna line it up. No, you gotta line up the bottom of the fringe, don't line up the top. Okay, line that up. And then we need one more. Get rid of these bits. Okay, get rid of that. And cut. And then line up the bottom. Okay, that's kind of fun. And then I think I might actually just do this. Okay, so now I am going to take some of my white glue, which I can't work with without getting it all over my hands. Never fails. Never ever fails. All right, so we're going to have it there. And then we're gonna have it like that. And then we're going to have it like that. Okay.
Wait, hey, Matthias, remember spider?
Sorry, I'm just wiping all the glue off my fingers. Move that out of the way. We're gonna need more dimensionals. So I'm gonna stick some dimensionals on here. Kind of got them everywhere, but that's okay. Might not be how I would normally do it. But that's okay, that's okay. All right.
What if they turn out to be like super slides?
Oh my goodness, what happened here?
Then I'll be carried.
Okay. Take our backings off now. It would appear when I stuck these backings back on, I stuck them on upside down, and now they won't come off. I didn't really actually know that was a thing. Apparently it is.
Turned out to be even worse than I.
Okay, good to know. If you try to put backings back on and it's the wrong way, they won't come off. So I'm gonna have to take those two dimensionals off completely. Lesson learned, folks, lesson learned. Okay, it was those two. All right, so we are gonna line this back up, keeping in mind it was pretty loose. But we just want to try to have sort of an even top to bottom. Gonna move this gluey mess out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, one shot. One shot. One shot, one shot. You back. You go.
Okay, like that.
Wait, what?
Then we're gonna take all the dimensionals off of this. And then
Get out of your D-Bay loop. That's a good thing, D-Bay loop.
that's kind of fun with this fun little fringe. I don't know, maybe you guys don't think it is. Okay, so here is the initial card. And then this card I have now stepped up. I have added a die cut, and I've added ribbon. And I am actually gonna still add some embellishments. So the embellishments that come with this bundle are these faux sea glass. But all I have left is the white and the old olive, which I think aren't really gonna match. So I'm actually gonna use the in color gems, but I'm just gonna see, I know I have 2 packs. So I'm gonna see, oh, looks like I have 3 packs. Looks like I have a lot of packs. So we're gonna get out the pale papaya. Take my Take a Pick tool. We could use some soft succulent too, because we have both, right?
I don't think I've built once this whole
We could even use polished pink. Trying to think how I want to do this. I still have glue all over my hands. It's not helping me.
Oh no. I'm coming to save.
Okay, sorry. You're like, I'm actually going to use,
Wait, which emote is it? Do it, do it.
I'm a big fan of paired,
Oh. You did not gift that.
paired embellishments. Sorry, I'm trying to be objective here, and I'm not actually sure that I like this. At all. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe it doesn't need any embellishments. Or it could have like a few in the corner there. Maybe the white ones would be better. Okay, I'm just spitballing here, so your comments, feedback, do it, don't do it, it's not adding anything. I actually don't mind those 3 little white ones. I might cluster 5. I'm just seeing. I saw your comment, Casey. Cluster. Trying to find a smaller one. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. These faux sea glass, they're not in stock. You can't get them right now because I want to offer a class with this suite, but I want to include the embellishments, right? And you can't actually get them right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't generally, I like to do odd numbers, so I might do a 7th. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get these out of the way. I'm throwing things on the ground. All right, so this is my plan, was to step this card up multiple ways, but I'm going to do it again a 3rd time. So card number 1, 100% simple stamping. Card number 2, I did the same idea. I stamped also on the edge here. We have a die cut, we have ribbon, we have embellishments. I showed you how I fringed out that ribbon, and I showed you how I masked the stamping. So 2 versions, and I am going to make a 3rd version of this card as well, where I'm going to include maybe some DSP. I might still keep it just simple stamping, but I'm gonna do some embossing and yeah, but I'm gonna do that as a 3rd video, or 2nd video, I guess, because I never made one of this. So I'm gonna sign off for right now because we've been on here for roughly a half an hour. And I'm gonna go get a cup of tea, and then I might come back on today. If not, I will come back on tomorrow with another version. All right, thank you for joining me. Hello, Debbie Freeman, and I will see you again soon.